Hi guys, it's Pauley. So I've not made a video for about a year, so I thought I'd get back on it, and today is a really good excuse for doing it because I'm getting a longboard. I'm really quite excited about this. So to give you a bit of background, I used to skate when I was a teenager, gave up skating when I went to college, left college, got a job, I'd say settled down, didn't really settle down, but I had a son quite early in my early 20s. So after that, any sort of recreation for me was over. I'm now in my 40s and I figured that I would want a longboard. This all came about 10 years ago. A friend of mine who stayed at us for a little while, he had a longboard, so I had to go on it then, on his, and I quite enjoyed it. So I've always wanted one since then, but it's been a difficult thing to buy because they're not cheap, and trying to explain to my wife why I should be spending £200 or £300 on a longboard is not particularly subject I wanted to bring up. But as it happens, we've just had the COVID pandemic. We've all been locked down for a good part of 2 years, and as you can see, I've got a bit of COVID chub on. So she came to me last week and said, I've got a good idea. I want to take up roller skating to try and help me lose some weight. I was like, okay, and she goes, you're going to come with me? And I'm like, no, I don't really want to go with you. So I thought about it, so actually this could be a good opportunity to buy a longboard. So I went onto the internet, onto a skate shop, and I looked up longboards. I put all my stuff I wanted in a basket, then I sent her a link to the website and said, if you choose skates and I buy some skates, I'm going to buy a longboard because I could go with you. And she was quite pleased with the fact that I wanted to go with her. So I passed the hurdle of the reason why I should get a longboard, which is great. So 260 quid later, and I think about 90 quid for some roller skates and pads for her. It's all ordered up and it's on its way. So it's actually going to arrive today, and I'm really quite excited about it. So let's just wait and see what happens. So yesterday we were waiting for the longboard to arrive. It was supposed to be here around 2:30 to 4:30. That's the time slot they gave me. It didn't arrive till 7:30, and as soon as it arrived, went straight down the pub and had a few beers and something to eat. So I've never got to open the packages. Okay, so this is what turned up. We've got a big box and a really long box, which I'm assuming the long box is a deck, and the big box contains the wheels, trucks, bearings, and also my wife's roller skating stuff. So without further ado, let's start opening these packages. Okay, so it's the moment of truth. Got my trusty knife. Going to open the boxes and see what we got. No skateboard stuff. Epic fail. So I'm assuming that all my skateboard stuff's in here. It's already open, which is good. One deck. Sweet. And here we've got wheels, bearings, trucks, and some bolts. So now we've unpacked the box, I can show you what I've got. So I'm going to start with the bottom to the top. So we're going to start with the wheels and then go up. So first we've got wheels. So I've gone for the Orangutan for President wheels. They're 70mm wheels with a 80A hardness rating. actually, even holding them, I can feel they're quite sticky, so they're going to be good for riding. For the bearings, I've gone for some ABEC 5. To be honest, I just bought the cheapest bearings I could because I was trying to save some money. So I got some ABEC 5 bearings, which look like this. So if you're not aware, ABEC is a rating, a precision rating for the bearings. So they rate from 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. 9 being the most precision made ones and 1 being the worst. So to be honest, it's all about revs per minute and speed. So 9s have the best balls in, I suppose. Got some good balls in those 9s. But to be honest, with skateboarding, you're not actually going that fast. Any of the variants would be fine. You don't normally find anything under 5 anyway. So I just chose 5, and what I'm going to do, I will upgrade them probably in a couple of weeks or something when I've got a bit more money. Then we go on to the trucks. So what I've bought some Paris Truck Company 180 trucks. So all these bits I've been recommended by a friend. So basically I told him what I want to do. I want to go boarding, I want to go cruising, do a bit of carving and whatnot, and he's suggested this gear is the best stuff for me. Certainly, I say, because I'm a beginner. Then we go on to the bolts. I just bought some cheap multicoloured bolts, so I just like the colours. That's all. They're 1-inch bolts, so hopefully they'll fit. And then last but not least, I've got a loaded Dervish Sama board. I think that's how you pronounce it. With this graphic on the back, I quite like the graphic. Also quite like the wood grain. Yeah, look, it says on there what it is, Dervish. So these boards come in 3 different flexes. Flex 1, 2, 3. So basically the flex is how flexible the board is when you're standing on it. So I can't remember which scale it is. 1 or 3 is the most rigid, and then the opposite is the most flexible. So for what I want, I've just gone for the medium, so I've gone for a flex 2. So there you go, so that's my board. The next thing I've got to do is I've got to build it. Right guys, so thanks for watching my video. This is sort of a new thing for me, longboarding. So I am going to do some more videos on it and maybe show you some of my journey from where I am now with the longboarding to where I get to in the future. So please do subscribe to my channel. Any comments, stick them down below, and also any questions, please do ask and I'll make sure I answer them. So till next time, peace.